Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another new tutorial. So in this session I'm create for the Kotlin syntax. Okay, so in this today's session for the delving into the part of the Kotlin with the focus on the syntax. For the understanding the syntax is the crucial for writing clean and efficient the Kotlin code. So let's start it. So in this Kotlin syntax is file also called for is the main.kit. Okay, so here in the previous tutorial I'm just show for the hello world output. Okay, so in this session I'm create for the many more the Kotlin syntax uses. Okay, so here in this the Kotlin is uses for the once more program created for the syntax. Okay, so first of all I'm discuss create for the entry point syntax. Okay, so and entry point syntax of a Kotlin application is the main function. So a function can be defined as a block of code is designed to perform a particular task. Okay, so now let's start create a basic Kotlin syntax and just print for the hello world on the sound output. Okay, so now I'm going for in this here and the main.kp. So first of all I'm just type is the fun for main. Okay, and create for the parentheses and also type the curly braces. Okay, so in this curly braces inside I'm type for is the variable is the string. Okay, is a string, and then type is a clone, and also type is the string. Okay, is a string, and here type for the equal and just create for the hello Kotlin. Okay, and then I'm going for the next line and just here the print a function created. So now type for is the print line, and then first of all type is the double quotation this inside. Okay, and then type for is the dollar sign, and here I'm just print if is the string. Okay, in this string. So in this session I'm completed for in this code. Okay, so when you run for in this Kotlin program and it will generate for in this call following code. So now save this code and press for this run button. Okay, so here just building for in this function. Okay, so wait for is the few seconds. Okay, okay, so as you can see the result is painted for is the hello Kotlin. Okay, this is the output in this session for the entry point are the completed. So I'm going for in this next syntax, and here I'm use for the entry point with parameter. Okay, so is the another form of the main function except a variable number of a string argument as follow. So here I'm just simply modifying for in this code. So now I'm going for in this fun main method and slide. So in this inside and first of all type is the argument, the short form args, and then type for is clone, and here I am type for is the array, then use for the less than. So here I'm simply type for is the string. Okay, so in this for completed, and then going for in this. So now remove for this one and just time for here is the hello. Okay, so now in string I remove, and here type for is the hello Kotlin. Okay, so now this code created completely. So now save this code. Okay, so when you run this Kotlin program and in it will for the generate in this following output. So save this code and just press for the run button. Okay, so here in this, there, as you can see, here is a build for this Kotlin compiling starting. Okay, so here in this the output for the same. Okay, so because here I'm used for the parameter. Okay, so this is the output. So if you observe, it's clear that both the program is generated for the same output. Okay, so it's the very much optional to pass a parameter in the main function starting from the Kotlin. Okay, so now I'm going for in this the next syntax for the Kotlin. So here I'm used for the only print versus the print align function. Okay, so the print is a function in the Kotlin with the print is the arguments to the standard output similar way to the print line. Okay, and is the another function which the print is the argument on the standard output, both it also as a line break in the output. Okay, so now let's write for the program and understanding for the difference between for these important functions. Okay, so now I'm going for in this the main function, and just here is the type. So this the first of all create for the argument array and a string. Okay, so in this station just type for is the print line. Okay, and then in this insert double quotation create, and then type for is the hello, and next one again type for the print line, and then is double quotation, and then here is the type for the wall. Okay, this is completed, and then I'm used for the only print function. Okay, so now I'm just type for is the print, and then here inside I'm type for the hello. Okay, and next line I'm again type for is the print. Okay, and then create the double quotation, and now I'm type for is the Kotlin. Okay, so now this code creates completely. Okay, so now I'm save this code. Okay, so when in this code for the run for both program, and it will regenerate for the output. So now save, and then going for into the run button press. Okay, so here in this program for building the Kotlin compiling. Okay, so here just opening for in this two output. Okay, so first of all is print the print line print for is the hello. This is the result as this result, and next one only print function I'm use, and the perfectly printed for the online output is the hello Kotlin. Okay, so here in this session is perfect for is the only print function. Okay, so now I'm here use the another syntax for the semicolon in Kotlin. Okay, so the Kotlin code, the statement for the do not require a semicolon to end the statement like many other programming languages. Okay, so such as the Java, C++, C#, etc. So do need it, so you can compile and run the Kotlin program with or without semicolon successfully as follow. Okay, so now so first of all I'm going for in this main function, and here is type. So in this session I'm used for the code print line function uses. So first of all here I'm type the message for is without semicolon. Okay, without semicolon. Okay, so most important topic, and then in this session I'm type for with a semicolon. Okay, so now in this type for the semicolon. Okay, so now save this code, and then going for into the run button and show for the result. So now save and then press for the run. Okay, so here in this the main in my code and program for compiling. Okay, this is the output are printed for is perfectly working for into the two process. So here I am use for the without semicolon with semicolon. So use for this code as a completed perfectly in this code for print and C for the output. Okay, so in these two rules are perfectly working. Okay, so when you run for in this Kotlin programs and it will generate for perfectly in this output. Okay, so as a good programming practice, so it is not recommended to add a semicolon in the end of a Kotlin statement. Okay, so in this session is almost done. Okay, so I hope you enjoy in this tutorial and understanding for the Kotlin syntax. Okay, so thank you for watching or in this run button press. Okay, so here in this the codes are built and compiling for this output. Okay, so the perfectly print for the 0. Okay, this is the output. So finally I'm completed for in this session for the Kotlin string. Okay, so I hope you understanding and declaring and creating for your computer for in this code practice. Okay, so I hope you understanding this session. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So in this session I'm creating for the Kotlin for loop. Okay, so it's a comprehensive session into the versatile for loop in Kotlin. So it's understanding it's a basic and divide into the advanced uses and mastering the modern syntax uses. Okay, so first of all, the for loop is basically a functional control for a structure that iterates over a range array. Okay, or any iterable object. So let's start by understanding create for the for loops. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside, and now I'm use a for loop to iterate over a range. Okay, so first of all I'm type is the for. Okay, and here I'm insert and the condition. So first of all I'm type is the I, and in 1 5 it's a 6. Okay, and then create a for the curly braces. So here I'm type for the is a print line function, and in this insert I'm print for the number. Okay, and call the dollar sign for I. Okay, so now this code created completed, and here in this example I'm uses a simple for loop to iterate over a range over for 1 2 5 6 and a print for the each number. So now I just press the enter button and it's compiling for starting for and show for the output on the screen. Okay, so it's a finish. So this is the output is perfectly printed, so press the outputs. Okay, so in this example I'm completed and then going for the next step, and here I'm used for the job is the down to in the for loops. Okay, so in the Kotlin for loop is allowed to you specify a step for iteration and use the down to keyword for the descending order and this per so these features. Okay, so now I'm going for here and using a step to iterate with a custom scale size. Okay, so now in this session I'm use for the 10. Okay, and now also use for the step for 2, and then going for the print line, and here is the print for the I functions, and I've also created and using for the down to for the descending order. Okay, so now I'm going for here and newly type for the for loops, and in this inside first of all I type I in for 10, and then type for is a down to function, and is 1. Okay, and then create the curly braces, and also type is the print line function inside, and I'm print for the number clone, and the call for the dollar sign is I value printed. Okay, so now this code is completed. So here in this session I'm simply created and use for the skip keyword and to iterate with a custom step size is 2. Okay, and the drop down keywords are for the descending order. So now save this code and just going for enter button, the run button press, and show for the output in this screen. So just wait a finish for. So this is the output perfectly printed for descending order style. Okay, so it's the 1 2 3 4 and 5 6 and 10. Okay, so here I'm also the next step create for the for loop with arrays. Okay, so for the for loop is the exceptionally useful when working with arrays. So let's explore how do I iterate over array elements. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside, and then first of all type is the value. For the value is colors. Okay, and is used for the array function, and in this inside I'm creating for the color name is red, then green, and blue, and colors is yellow. Okay, so now is the color is declared, and then going for here, and I use for a for loop to iterate over array elements. So first of all, I'm type is a for loop, and in this inside I'm create is a color. Okay, so color in colors and create the curly braces. So in this inside I'm just use the print line function and use, and in this you inside I'm print for the color name and dollar sign for color. Okay, so now I'm going for in this step completed for the program, and here I'm use for a for loop to iterate over the element of an array of colors and print for each color. Okay, so now save and print this in this color. Okay, so here is finished for this process and perfectly printed for the output. So first print is red, green, blue, and yellow. Okay, so this is the output, and also create the for loop with the index function. Okay, so sometime you may need the index of each element during the iteration, and the Kotlin provides an elegant solution for that. So let's explore how to create. So now I'm going for here and also use a for in this code. Okay, so now first of all I'm type, so now in for loop remove, then type is the colors dot use the for its index. Okay, so is the, so now type for the for each other index. Okay, so in this index, so this not. Okay, so I'm again type is the for, and also type is create a for the index string. Okay, so then first of all I'm create the colors and use for the for is index function, and index is inside for index, and also here I'm use for the colors. Okay, is the color, and then use for the index dash less than is greater than is not greater less than. So now I'm type for is the print line function, and in this inside first of all I'm type is the index. Okay, and then create the clone, and then type is the dollar sign for index. Okay, and I'm also use for the color. Okay, and create the clone. So now I'm first of all type is the dollar sign, and then create for the color. Okay, so now in this code already completed, and here I'm use only the for is use the for is index function to iterate over an array with the both index and a value for the every level. Okay, so now save this code and just print a 4 in this output. Okay, so now starting for this process and compiling almost completed. Okay, so here publicly show the output. So this is the output. So 0 index for the color is red, and then index 1 color green, index 2 color blue, and index 3 is the color yellow is printed. Okay, so this is the output. Okay, so finally I'm completed for in this the for loop is the Kotlin, and we have covered for the basic the explode steps and descending orders uses. The last one I'm uses for the index of the for loops. Okay, so here now you are equipped to use for the for loops effectively in your Kotlin project. Okay, so I hope you're understanding and enjoying both in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. So in this session I'm creating for the Kotlin array. Okay, so in this the Kotlin array is a comprehensive guide. So in this session we will explore the powerful world of the arrays in Kotlin and understanding for the basic and divine into the advanced uses and the mastering for the modern syntax created. Okay, so now let's get started. So first of all, in this array are fundamental the data structure in any programming language, and Kotlin is the exceptional. Okay, so let's understand and create for the basic of array. Okay, so first of all I'm create the accessing array. So now I'm going for in this the main program inside. Okay, so here first of all I'm create the first program, and first of all I'm create an array of the integer. Okay, so now create is the value, and then type for the numbers is equal, and here I'm use for the integer. Okay, array. Okay, so the array of users, now here I'm insert for the value is 1 to 5. Okay, so now I'm going for the next line, and here I'm create and accessing for the elements in the array. So now I'm type for the is the print line. Okay, in this the Kotlin. So now in this the inside, first of all I'm create the first element. Okay, and then create a clone, and now I'm called for the dollar sign, and here first of all create the curly braces inside, create for the numbers, and for the index is 0. Okay, so now in the same code I'm just copy and paste for the another line. Okay, so and just change it here. I'm print for the second element. Okay, and the next one I'm print for the third element. Okay, and then I'm change for here is the 1, and then is the next line is print for the 2. Okay, is the element 2. So here in this the code for the complete, and in the session I'm create the simple array of the integer using for the integer array of function, and then access and print for the individual elements of array. Okay, so now save this code and going for in this the run button. Okay, so now I'm just press for in this the run button, and is opening for in this all program or are the connecting and compiling starting for the Kotlin code. Okay, so just wait is a few seconds or minutes. Okay, so finally the free finish for this output. So the finally printed for the output. Okay, this is the output for first element is 1, and second element is 2, and third element is 3. Okay, so this is the output. So now I'm going for into the next step, create and modifying for the arrays. Okay, so the arrays are the mutable in Kotlin, allows us to modifying their elements. So let's explore how to do that. Okay, so first of all I'm going for in this code inside. Okay, so now I'm here in this code. just remove now. Okay, and then I'm here use for the value is the fruit. Okay, so and I'm used for the only for the array of function. Okay, in this the array of. So now this remove. So first of all, in this insert, I'm create insert for the value is a variable. So first of all, I'm use for the first name is apple, and also create for the banana. Okay, and then create for the first name is orange. Okay, so now in this the code created, and now I'm going modifying and elem. So first of all, type the first. Okay, and create for the index is 1, and index is 1. Use for the first name is the double quotation array. Okay, and now I'm printing the modifying array. Okay, so here I'm use for create the modified array. Okay, array, and create clone, and then type for the dollar sign, and index inside I'm type for is the first. Okay, first, and also type for the is giant. Okay, it's a join to string. Okay, so join to string. So this okay, so now type is a join dot for the to string. Okay, so though this string is declared here, so in this code session I'm simply create an array of string, and then the modifying for the second element of the array, and here I'm use for the join to string function is used to print the modified in array. Okay, so now I'm just save this code and just print for this the output. Okay, so now it's starting where the Kotlin is the compiling. Okay, and show for the output here. So as you can see, the result is printed for the modified array. So is the apple, cherry, orange. Okay, so previously I'm declared for here is the apple, banana, and orange, and it's modified array for the apple, cherry, and orange. Okay, so this is the output. So now I'm going for the next line, and here I'm creating for the array initialization. Okay, Kotlin provides a various way to initialize array, and including for the specifying the size and using array constructors. So let's explore these compounds. Okay, so first of all, I'm going for in this code inside and create for initialize in an array with a size. Okay, so now in this remove this one, and here I'm type for the even numbers. Okay, so and then I'm created for the values the even numbers, and the variable I'm insert created. First of all, type is the array. Okay, and now create for is the remove, then parentheses, and inside I'm type for is the 5. Okay, so now I'm create for the conditions is I, and less dash is greater than for I. Okay, is I, and multiplications 2. Okay, now I'm initializing an array using a constructor uses. Okay, so this now remove. So first of all, I'm again type is the val, and then create for the colors is equal for the array of function. Inside created the color name, suppose red, and type is the blue, and also the type is the green. Okay, and then I'm going for here and in painting for the arrays. Okay, so now in this inside, first of all, I'm create for the even numbers. Okay, so even numbers and clone. So now first of all, create is the dollar sign, and in this inside type for the even numbers. Okay, let's call for the even numbers dot use the join string. Okay, and I'm also type for the print line function, and in this inside I'm create for the colors. Okay, and then create the dollar sign and also type the curly braces and call for the colors dot also use for the join to the string functions. Okay, so now in the session initialize an array of even numbers using the array constructor and another array of the color using for the array of constructor. Okay, so now the save this code and just paint for in this code in this program and show for the output in the on the screen. Okay, so just wait, is the Kotlin is compiling, starting and finishing. Okay, so this is the output. So first print the numbers, even numbers is 0 2 4 6 and 8, and the colors is red, blue and green. Okay, this is the output. And now I'm also create for the array operations. Okay, so the array is looking for 3, and array is in common operation. So let's explore for the different way to iterate over an array in the Kotlin. Okay, so first of all I'm going for here, so now I'm type for is the language is a language and equal. So now I'm type for is the arrow function, and in this insert first of all type the is the Kotlin. Okay, and also so here and then type for the Java. Okay, and also created for the Python. Okay, and you use for the THE. Okay, so now this I'm declare for the language name. Okay, and then I'm using for loop. So now remove this code. So here I'm use first of all the for loop, and in this insert I'm create for the conditions. So language, the short form is lang, in create for the language. Okay, and then I'm create for the curly braces. In this insert I'm use for the print function. So now I'm print for the language. Okay, language, and now I'm create the dollar sign and also type it for is the lang. Okay, so now this now here I'm using for a for loop. Okay, so now I'm use for the for is a function. So now this code I'm remove. So first of all here type is the language dot for is functions. Okay, and in this inside first of all type is the print line function, and inside I'm create the double condition and create the language. Okay, and also create the dollar sign for use the it. Okay, so now this code is already created completely. So now here in this example I'm use for both traditional for loop and for is a function to iterate over the array of the programming language. Okay, so now save this code. I'm just going for the press enter button. Okay, and on this page show for the output. Okay, so just wait, is the compiling starting. So this is the perfectly printed for the output. So here is print first this is the language, and then Kotlin, Java, Python, PHP. Okay, so this is the output. Okay, so in this session I'm completely created for the Kotlin array. Okay, so here is a convincing guide to the mastering the Kotlin array. So now I'm already covered and creating, modifying, initializing, and operating for the arrays. Okay, so now thank you. I hope you enjoy in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, and come back to today's another new tutorial. So in this session I'm creating for the mastering the Kotlin booleans. A deep trip in this session will completely explore the world of the booleans in Kotlin and understanding for their basic and how to use them effectively, and some advanced feature created. Okay, so first of all, in this boolean in the Kotlin is represent a data type that can have one of two values for true and false. Okay, so they're the fundamental for the decision making and account to follow in the program. Okay, so first of all I'm create the basic of booleans. Okay, so now I'm going for in the IntelliJ my programming tool. So first of all I'm create here is a fun program. Okay, so here I'm use for in this string. Okay, so now inside I'm first of all type is a val for value is true. Okay, and then I'm create for is the boolean is boolean and is equal type for the. Okay, so next line I'm just going for here in this line and just copy and paste for the next line. Okay, and just changes this for use the false method, and now change it so booleans is equal for the false value printed. Okay, so now this line completed, and then I'm going for in this the print section. Okay, so in this example I'm declare for the two boolean variables for is true and the is false, also assign them the value for the true and false respectively. Okay, so now going for and then print values to the console. So first of all and type is the print line uses, and in this insert first of all I'm type is 2. Okay, and then is create for the dollar sign, and first of all here I'm type is the is to function. Okay, so then I'm going for the next line and again type for the print line. Okay, and is inside I create for the double quotation and also type for is the false method. Okay, and now call for in this the false method. Okay, so now use for the dollar sign to call for is the false function. Okay, so here in this code completed and just save and going for in this the run button press. Okay, so I'm just wait, so this program is building. Okay, I'm processing for starting. Okay, so here in this the output is perfectly printed for is that is true print for the true value, the is a false is print for the false value. Okay, so this is the output. So this is so in this station I'm completely create for the basic of booleans. Okay, so now I'm going for in this next step, and next step I'm create for the booleans operations. So Kotlin provides the various operations to work with the booleans, and let's explore the logical operations for such as and or and the not operations. So now I'm created for in this operation. So here I'm use only x, and next line use for the y. Okay, so it's y. So now I'm going for in this station, and now first of all type is the val is the result, and okay, the result for and operation, and is equal create for the x and y. Okay, so now in this code I'm just now copy and paste for the another line. Okay, so here I'm just change it so it's a use for the or operation, and the next line use for the not operations. Okay, so now I'm use for the or sign, and here I'm use for the not operation, and then the sign I'm use for the not. Okay, so now I'm declare in this for the result and for not operation, and here I'm use for the logical operation, and in this operation with the booleans a value for x and y. Okay, so now I'm just the print it to the console. Okay, so first of all I'm type is a print line, and in this inside first of all I'm type is, so now this remove. Okay, so here newly first time type is the x and type for the and y, and is a now call for the and operations. Okay, so now create the clone and type is the dollar sign, and here I'm used for the result for an operation. Okay, so now this code, this line just copy and paste for next line. Okay, paste for another line, so here I'm use for the or operations. Okay, and the next one change for the not operation, and then I'm calling for in this function. So first of all I'm type is or. Okay, and is the no. Okay, so it's not, and then here I'm use for the only, not for x. Okay, it change for the x. Okay, so now complete this code and just in this code and save, and just going for in this the run main function. So now press the run button. So here's the pinning and print for the console is the output. Okay, so just where is the Kotlin is the compiling starting. Okay, so is the Kotlin performing is a finished set. Okay, so perfectly printed for the output, and its y is the false, and x or y is the true, and not explore is the false. So this is the output. Okay, so now I'm going for the last step, and now I'm create for the equality and the comparison. Okay, so the booleans is perfectly in this operations and created. So first of all I'm going for in this code inside and just type for the change is the, so first of all here I'm use the x, and then is the change for the value b. So then I'm going for here and just I'm use for the two conditions. So here not use this one. So first of all I'm type is for the is equal. Okay, is equal, and then I'm use for the is not equal. Okay, is not equal, so I use for the condition. So first of all in this now remove for now I'm type for the is equal to b, and next line I'm just change for the a is not equal for b. Okay, so then I'm going for in this the print section. Okay, so now in this code first of all I'm remove and newly created to the print line, and in this inside I'm type the double quotation for a, and is equal to b, and call for is the dollar sign is equal function. Okay, and then in this code I'm again copy and paste for the next line. Okay, so I'm just change it is not equal. Okay, and I'm call for the is not equal function. Okay, these are perfectly created for in this code. Okay, so here in this session I'm firstly created the use the equality and the inequality operation sign and the compare for the boolean variables for a and b. Okay, and then now the result and is printed to the console. So again save this code and just going for in this console for the run button presses. Okay, and is the Kotlin is the compiling starting this process. Okay, so here is the perfectly show for the output. So as we can see, this is the output for a is equal false and a is not equal is true. Okay, so this is the output. So in this session I'm completely created for the booleans for the Kotlin, and we are the cover the basic the logical operations and the equality for the booleans. So effectively, so you are now equipped to use the booleans in Kotlin and the fully confidently. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So in this session, I'm creating for the Kotlin is a break and continuous statement, and in is the streaming for your loops. And in this session, I'm completely create and we'll explore the powerful is a break and continue statement in Kotlin. Okay, so now understanding of how they can enhance a control follow when your loops. So let's get started. So first of all, introduction to the break statement. Okay, so the break statement is a powerful tool that allow you to terminate a loop is a prematurely. So let's start by the understanding it's a basic for the break statement. Okay, so now starting and create for the break statement. So first of all, here break statement use the for loop. Okay, so now first of all I'm create is the for loop, and in this insert first of all type the condition is I in 1 dot 10. Okay, it's a double dot. So now I'm create for the curly braces. So in this curly braces inside I'm again create for the if statement, and then create the condition for is I is equal to 5, and then hint for the break statement create. Okay, so now is the break. So in this the break inside outside I'm just type for the print line function, and in this inside print for the number. Okay, so the number is print is called for the dollar sign. Okay, I. Okay, so also type again the print line function, and in this inside I'm just type for the loop is finished. Okay, okay, so now this code I'm only use it for I loop to iterate from the 1 to 10. The break statement is used to terminate the where is the loop of when I reach a 5. Okay, so now say this code and just going for in this run option press, and here is starting for the Kotlin is compiling processing or start. So now show for the output is perfectly printed for the output. Okay, so this is the output. So now I'm going for in this the continue and statement. Okay, so the why is the break helps you exit a loop or continuous statement is handy when you want to escape the rest of loose code for the current iteration. Okay, so let's explore is the uses. So here is a previous example. I'm create the break statement, and now create for the continuous statement. Okay, so now here I'm use for the condition is for I is I2 1 to 5. Okay, and now here the statement inside create for the I is equal to 3, and now I'm use for the condition for continue. Okay, so now and this code for same as, so just press for the save. Okay, so here I'm use for the continue statement, and when is I equals 3 and skipping the rest of the loop code for the iteration. So now going for in this the run button and press OK, and just starting for the screenshot for the output. Okay, so as you can see, the output is printed. Okay, so the skip for the 3. Okay, so it's been for the 1, 2, 5, and 5, and here is the skip for the number of 3. Okay, so this is the output for the continuous statement. So next one, create for the combining break and continue statement. Okay, so sometimes you may find a solution where both the break and continue can be useful. So let's explore a scenario when try to work with the together. So here, first of all, I'm use for the for condition for 1 to 10. Okay, and then in this inside I'm use for the if, and use for the modulus for 2, and then condition is equal for 0. Okay, is the condition for the continue. Then I'm here use for the if statement, and in the statement create for the I is equal to 7, and then create the curly braces inside is the break statement uses. Okay, and now print for the output is print line is the number, and then loop is finished. Okay, so here in this program, and I'm only use the continuity skip even numbers and break to terminate the loop when I reach the 7. Okay, so it showcase how to build the sometimes can work it harmoniously. So now again save this code. I'm just going for in this run button press. Okay, and starting for the compile is the Kotlin program is the compile starting. Okay, so as you can see, the result is printed. So this is the output. So here is printed for the first is the number 1 and the number 10 500. The loop is finished. Okay, this is the output for the combining created for the break and loop and the continue statement. Okay, so here in the session complete and the comprehensive guide to mastering the Kotlin, the break and continue statement, and we are cover the created the basic and uses in different loop structure, and even explode for the combining for the two statement. Okay, so now you are equipped with a streamline for a loop effectively in the Kotlin project. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's session. So in this session I'm create for the Kotlin class function. So it's object oriented skill. So now the words of the class of the function in Kotlin and understanding their significance for the exploring the different type and mastering their implements. Okay, so now let's get started. So first of all, the class function is also known as the member function are essential for the performing actions within a class. So let's start by understanding the basic of class function in Kotlin. Okay, so in this session, first of all, create is the regular function, and you can pass the parameter to a class. Okay, okay, so in this code inside, so first of all create for the class. Okay, so in this class, first of all create a write function inside the car class is called it. Okay, so first of all create is a class, the name is car. Okay, and here inside create the parentheses. So first of all type is the var for brand. Okay, and it's brand for the type of string type. Okay, is a string, and also type for is the var for the module. Okay, and create the clone. So is the module is also for the string type. So num also is again declared for the variable is here. Okay, then clone, so here is the integer type value printed. Okay, so now complete this one and just create for the curly braces. So in this curly braces inside I'm create for the class a function. Okay, so first of all I'm type is the fun for the driven class. Okay, it's a drive class and create the parentheses and also create the curly braces. So now print for use the print line function. Okay, so in this inside and I'm create for the message is worm. Okay, so and is the completed. Okay, so now I'm going for, and this the main program inside is also created. So first of all I'm going for in this function min. So here I'm declare for the value is the c1 is equal create for the car and also type for the parentheses. So in this inside first of all car name is the fault. Okay, and then create for the Toyota. Okay, so then its model. So now I'm again create the year of 19. It's a 79. Okay, it's created. Suppose use for the 19 is 76. Okay, so now I'm declare first is the brand model and year. Okay, so now I'm called for the function. So here I'm use for the c1 dot use the drive function. Okay, so now in this code is created completely. So now I'm just save this code and just going for in the run button. Okay, so here in this all program are the Kotlin compiling, executing started. Okay, and show for the result in the on the screen. Okay, okay, so perfectly print for the output is worm. Okay, so when a function is declared inside a class, so is known as the class function or a member function. Okay, or when an object of the class is created, so it has access to all of the class functions. Okay, so now it's complete for the Kotlin class function created, and now create for is the class function parameters. Okay, so just like with the regular function you can pass for the parameter to a class function. Okay, so now in the session created to a function for is the drive and speed and pass the parameter to the speed function inside. Okay, so now use for in this same code. Okay, so I'm just scroll. So first of all here is declared for the car is brand model and years. So now I'm use the drive function. Okay, and now I'm create for the another function with a parameter. Okay, so first of all I'm going for in this code inside and just type for is the fun speed. Okay, and create for the parentheses. So first of all I'm type is max is speed. Okay, and then it's type for the integer. Okay, and create the curly braces. So in this inside first of all I'm type for the print function. Okay, so print line function inside I'm just type for the message is max and use for the speed. Okay, and create for is and then type for is clone. I'm also type here is the plus sign for is the max speed. Okay, so this on. So here in this inserted for the first time create the drive function, and here in the station I'm use for the class function with the parameter. Okay, so is the completed. So now I'm going for in this the main function, and now I'm declare first is a value for is the C1, and now I insert for the kind, the brand, and the model, and now I'm use for the call the function. So first of all, I'm use for the C1 is the drive function, and also I'm insert for is the C1 dot is the speed functions. Okay, so now insert for this speed is the 200. Okay, so now in this program is almost completed. So now just save this code and going for in this run option. Okay, let's press. So in this all program is compiling for processing is starting. Okay, and is the finish for this. So it's perfectly printed for the output is the room, and the maximum is speed is the 2000. Okay, so this is the output. So in this session I'm completely guide to Kotlin class a function. So we are explore for the basic the class a function create, and also create for the class function. So hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So in this session I'm created for the Kotlin classes and object with a building to the foundation of your code. So now let's explore the fundamentals of classes and objects in Kotlin. Okay, so now understanding for the structure and defining into the properties and the methods and master for the modern syntax. So first of all is a short discuss the introduction to the classes and objects. So classes and objects are the core of the object-oriented programming language. And let's start by understanding the basic structure of classes and how to create a object. Okay, so now the Kotlin class is a blueprint for the object which defines a template to be used to create the required object. Okay, so the classes are the main building blocks of any object-oriented programming language, and a Kotlin is defined using the class keyword. Okay, so now I'm just to create a syntax for the Kotlin classes. Okay, so now is the Kotlin classes is so now first of all I'm create is the Kotlin class syntax. So first of all I'm type the class, and then type is the class name. Okay, so this is the Kotlin class syntax. Okay, so now going for create the Kotlin object. Okay, so the object you created from the Kotlin class, and this your the common properties and behavior is defined by a class informed of the data members properties, and the member functions with the behavior is the respectively. Okay, so now I am syntax to declare an object of a class is. So now first of all I'm create for the syntax is the object of a class. So first of all I'm just type for is here. So now in this process, so first of all I'm type is the var, and then type is the var name. Name is equal create for the class name function. Okay, so this is, so it's a class, is not, so here. Okay, so is the class a function, and now we can access for the properties as the methods of a class using for the dot operator and show the for the boolean. Okay, so now I'm going for in this the next step and create for the var for name. Okay, is name equal is not a name dot create for property. Okay, is the property, then equal create the less than, greater than, insert type for the value, okay? And then also type for the var name, okay? Is the var name dot create for the function name, okay? So now is a for, so this now, so here is the declare and the syntax for the object of a class, okay? So now I'm going for in this the main program, and here I'm use example, and now create an own Kotlin class, and is the object from which we will have the access of the different data members of the classes, okay? So now I'm just refresh this code. So first of all, I'm going for into the class, okay? So here class inside create the property. So first of all, I'm type is the class, and then class for is the my class, okay? And create the curly braces. So in this inside, I'm create for the properties the data member. So first of all, I'm type is the private var use for the name is a string, okay? And in string, use for the string name, suppose it's Kotlin programming, okay? Programming language, okay? So in this created for this string, and then I'm created for the member function. So first of all, I'm type is the fun, and also type is the print me, okay? And then type is the method, and then type for the curly braces, okay? So here I'm print a function use only print, okay? It's the print, and in this inside, I'm type for the best language, okay? Language, then create a for dash, and it's complete for the parenthesis, and in this outside, type is the class is the addition sign, and then type for the name, okay? So now is the declared for the member function. So now I'm going for in this the main function inside. So in this main function inside, I'm creating for is the val for object is equal call for my class a function is in this function inside create object of my class for classes, and then type for the parenthesis, okay? So now the next line here, the call a member function using for the object. So first of all, I'm type is object dot is a type for the print me function, okay? So now in this code is almost completed, and here I'm going for the browser and show for the output, and here is the call I'm use and create for the calling is a print me method of the my class with the help of its own for the object classes. So now save this code and just press for the run button, and here is built-in processing for the Kotlin compiling starting, okay? So is the finishing, so it's the perfectly show for output the best language is Kotlin programming language, okay? So this is the output. So initialization is completed, and then also created for the Kotlin nested classes, okay? So by defining when a class has been created inside another class, then it's a Kotlin nested class. So the Kotlin nested class is default starting. It can be accessed without creating any object of the class, but with the help of the dot operator. At the same time, we cannot access the members of outer class inside in any state, okay? So simply I'm creating here the nested classes. So I'm used for the one example, and here I'm create and show the Kotlin interprets a nested class. Okay, so first of all, I'm going for in this the main class inside. Okay, so I'm just scroll. So first of all, in these classes, now I'm remove. Okay, so then I'm going for the main program in this inside. So now I'm used for the arguments args clone, the type for the array, and in this inside create for the string. Okay, so now this completed, and then in this inside just remove this code. So first of all, type is the val for object is equal. So first of all, type is the outer dot nested class. Okay, it's nested, so it's the capital word for O. Okay, it's the outer dot nested. Okay, so now I'm going for the next line, and here I'm type for the print. Okay, print function inside create the object dot for the four functions. Okay, and now in this outside just create for the class. Okay, the class name is the outer. Okay, outer, and create the parentheses. So first of all, in this inside I'm creating class dot is the nested. Okay, so now again create the curly braces, and in this inside I'm also type the pan for method, and then is equal. Okay, is equal, create for the message is welcome to my new project. Okay, so now this code is completed. So here use for the Kotlin program and generate for the nested classes, and use for the outer nested classes. Okay, so now save this code and run this program. Okay, so run, starting for the compiling building, and on the screen show for the output. Okay, so here is perfectly printed for the output is welcome to my new project. Okay, so this is the output. So I hope I'm completed for this session. Okay, so you understanding, guys, for my program. Okay, so I hope you enjoy in the session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So in this session I'm created for the comments line. Okay, so in this the comment here I'm used for the Kotlin comments created. So now let's get started and create it for the simple comments. Okay, so in this session I'm just simply discuss for the comments. So comments can be used to explore for the Kotlin code and to make it more readable. So it can also be used to prevent the execution within the testing alternative code. Okay, so is the more way is the discuss for and simply understanding for a comment is a programmer for the readable expansion or annotations in the Kotlin source code. Okay, so they are added in with the purpose of making the source code easier for the human to understand and are ignored by the Kotlin compilers. So you just like it for the most modern language. For the Kotlin is support for the single line or end of line and multiple line for the comments. So the Kotlin comments are very much similar to the comments available in Java and C and the C++ programming language. Okay, so in this session, first of all I'm create for the single line comment. Okay, So the single line comments in starting with the two forward slash and end with the end of line. So any text written in between for the double forward slash and end of the line so is ignored by the Kotlin compiler. Okay. So here I'm creating for is the simple program, and then type for is the single line comments. Okay, so first of all I'm going for in this the main function inside, and then type for the print line, and here in this print line inside I'm type for the hello for the Kotlin programming. Okay, programming language. Okay, so now save this code, and then I'm going for in this the run button press. Okay, so here in this code are generating and compiling for in this the Kotlin code. Okay, so as you can see the result is printed for this is the output for the hello Kotlin programming language. Okay, so here first of all then type for is the double forward slash, and here I'm just type for is the this is a comment. Okay, so now the save and just going for in this the run button press. Okay, so here in this generating for this code again, so here show for the output is the hello for the Kotlin programming language. Okay, so I'm going for in this next step and create for another way. Create for the single line comment can start from anywhere in the program and will until the end of the line. Okay, so suppose I am here in this example and create for another way. So now just copy this code, and now I am paste for in this paint function side. Okay, so now paste. So then again save for this code and going for in this the run button press. Okay, so here is opening for in this output. Okay, so this is perfectly open for this is the output. Okay, so in the session I'm completely created for the single line comments. So now I'm going for in this the create the multi-line comments. So a multi-line comments in Kotlin start with forward slash star and end with the start forward slash. So any text written in between or in this the comment will be treated as a comment and will be ignored by the Kotlin compiler. So the multi-line comment is also called for is the block comments in Kotlin. So now create for is the sample program, and this makes use of a multi-line comments. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code. So now I'm just remove for this comment. Okay, so I'm going for in this the main function tab. Okay, so first of all I'm type is the forward slash, then type for the start, and here I'm also type is the again type for is the star, and then type is the forward slash. Okay, so in this inside first of all I'm type is the first comment. Okay, so now I'm going for here, and this type is the this is a multi-line comment. Okay, comments, and it can span. Okay, span, and then going for here in this line, so as many lines. Okay, many lines as you like. Okay, so I'm going for in this last line and then complete for this line. Okay, so here use for the and okay, So now I'm just copy this code. Okay, so now remove. Okay, so I'm again type for this comment syntax. Okay, then this inside paste for in this code. So here use for the, okay, so as a and next line. Okay, and extra here in this, first of all I'm type for is the this. Okay, so just one space, this is the multi-line comments, and it can span for here is as many lines as you like for these comments. Okay, so I'm remove for extra star. Okay, so save this code, and here in this code, and I'm just save and going for in this run button. Okay, so now it's perfectly working for in this the multi-line comments. Okay, so here is print for the output, the same output printed for the hello Kotlin programming language. Okay, so in this session completely created for the this output. Okay, so I hope your understanding for the two two-way created the comment. So first of all I'm type create for the single line comment, and next one I'm create for is the multi-line comments. Okay, so I hope you're understanding for in this comment section. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, we'll come back to today's another tutorial. So in this session I'm create for the Kotlin constructor and exploring for the primary and the secondary constructor and default values, and how to initialize for your object effectively. So the constructor are the vital component in any class responsible for the initializing the properties of the object. So now start by understanding the basic of constructor in Kotlin. So the Kotlin class can have the following two types of constructor: is a primary constructor and the second constructor. A Kotlin class have a primary constructor and one or more additional secondary constructor, and the Kotlin primary constructor initialize a class, or as the secondary constructor helps to include for some extra logic while initializing the classes. Okay, so first of all I'm create the Kotlin the primary constructor. Okay, so the primary constructor cannot contain any code. Is initializing code can be placed in the initializer blocks for the prefix. So within the init keyword there could be more than one in blocks and doing the initializing for an instance. Okay, so now I'm just create for the initial block of the primary constructor. So first of all I'm going for in this code inside for in this session. So now create for is the class for person. Okay, so the person, and then inside create for the val is a space the underscore for the name. Okay, and then create a clone, and now type for is the string. Okay, and also type is again type for the val space dash is the age. Okay, and then create a for clone, and also type for the integer. Okay, so now for the curly braces. So in this insert, first of all a member a variable insert. So first is a var is a name, and create the clone. So and I'm type for is the string. Okay, and then next line I'm type for the var, then age, and create a for the integer type. Okay, so now is a declare for, so now initializer the block course. Okay, so now first of all I type for the init. Okay, and in this inside now I'm use for the this dot name function is equal for underscore name. Okay, next line I'm again type for this dot age is equal for the underscore is the age. Okay, So now I'm here use for the print line function, and inside print for the name, okay, and is equal type for the dollar sign for its name, okay. So in this line completed, and then I'm again type for is the print line function, and inside create for the member variable for the age, okay, and create is equal and call for the dollar sign for age, okay. So now here is the create for the member variables, and also create for the initializer blocks code, okay. So now I'm going for in the main function inside, and in this inside, first of all, I'm just type for the val is the name is suppose the Jara, okay, and equal create for the person, and is a person in this. Suppose I'm create for the name is the Jara, okay, and then also create for the value for the val is the name is the Nuha, okay, and is equal keyword for the person class, and in this inside, first of all, I'm type is the name is the Neha, and also create for the age is 20, okay. So now here is declare. So first of all, I'm declare here the name is a person class indicate, so is the name is Jara, and also create for the Noha is a person class, and the age is 25, okay. So now I'm going for into the top, and here I'm insert for the age is suppose for now here I'm use for the 25, and then you use age is 22, is a 23, okay, suppose, okay. So now in this code is created completely, and then save this code, and just going for the run button press, okay. And in this code for starting for the building process and compiling for the Kotlin, okay, and the process for the completed and show for the output. So this is the output for first is print the name is the two members created for the name, and is created for the age, okay. So this is the member variables created, and also created for the initializer block code, okay. So it's a system complete for primary constructor. So now I'm create for the Kotlin is the secondary constructor. So the secondary constructor, as mentioned earlier, Kotlin allowed to create one or more secondary constructor for class. This secondary constructor is created use the constructor keyword. It is the required whenever you want to create more than one constructor in Kotlin, or whenever you want to include more logic in the primary constructor, and you cannot do that because the primary constructor may be called for the some other classes, okay. So now take a look at the following example, and here we have created the secondary constructor to implement for the example once again, okay. So now I'm going for in this inside code inside, okay. So here is previous example created for the class for the person, and declare for the member, okay. So now first of all in this session I'm create is the class name, okay. So now in this session I'm create for the secondary constructor, okay. So first of all I'm create for the class person, and in this inside I'm create for, so now remove this all code, okay. So first of all I'm create the person class, and in this inside I'm insert for the members variable. So first of all I'm type is the variable name is equal is the string type, okay, and then going for the next line, create for the var for age is a clone, so is for the integer type. Okay, so now again type for the variable is the var for the salary. Okay, salary, create the clone, and in this inside is the salary for create the double. Okay, so now the Kotlin is inserted for the members variable. Okay, so first of all type is the first secondary constructor created. Okay, so in this code inside type for is the constructor, and in this inside first of all type is the dash underscore is the name is the string type. Okay, and also create for the age is clone is the integer type. Okay, so now I'm create again the curly braces. There's this inside type for is the this dot name is equal underscore name. Okay, so now I'm again create for is the this dot age. Okay, and is equal for call the underscore is. Okay, and the same as process follow and create for this dot salary is equal underscore the is not here is the use underscore. Now I'm use the for the salary for 0.00. Okay, in this completed, and then I'm use for the print line function, and this inside first of all I'm type is the name is equal then type for the dollar sign and the name. Okay, and the same as process, so now I'm again type for the print line function, and in this inside type the double quotation inside for the age is equal date for the dollar sign is. Okay, so now is declare for the first secondary constructor, and now I'm create for the secondary for secondary constructor. Okay, so now in this code same code I'm just copy. Okay, and paste for the next line. Okay, so here I'm just changes so first of all here use the constructor for the name is string is, and also add for the salary. Okay, and the salary is for the double. Okay, so the declare, so here use the name is, and then salary inside just underscore for the salary. Okay, so it's declare, so and then going for in this function, so first of all type is the name, print for the name, and second print for is the third print for the salary. Okay, so I'm again type for the print function, and in this inside I'm create for the salary is equal type for the dollar sign call for the salary. Okay, so these one are completed. Okay, so firstly declare for the first secondary constructor, and second now create for the second secondary constructor. Okay, so now I'm going for the print and main function inside, and here I'm just type for the is argument array. So first of all I'm type the, just suppose the name is Noha. Okay, is the person for Noha. Okay, is the Noha, and then type 4 is the age is 25. Okay, is the 23. So next print for the age is the name is Jara. Okay, it's Jara, and create for the person class inside I'm just suppose name change here I'm use the Jara, and is the name is the Noha. Okay, so and here the Jara is I'm declared for the age is 23, and it is so suppose I'm changing for the age is 25 to the 28, and or 25, and this 1 5 and is the 24. Okay, and now I'm at for the salary range. Okay, the salary is 35,000. Okay, and is a point. So now complete for in this all code. So here firstly declare for the is firstly declare the member variables. Okay, so here the member variables declared secondary first and secondary constructor created, and then create for the main function inside. Okay, so now in this all code are perfectly inserted, is not error. So now I'm save this code and going for the run button press and show for the output in the on the screen. Okay, so in the building process is starting, and the already Kotlin compiling process finish. Okay, so perfectly sure for the output. So here is a print for the output. The name is the Noha is 25, and the name is Jara, and the age is 20. For the salary range the 35,000. Okay, so this is the output. So in this session I'm completely create and comprehensive guide to the Kotlin constructor, and where covered the primary and the secondary constructor default value. Okay, and initialization blocks and even constructor with in this session. So now you're equipped to initialize for your object effectively. Okay, so I hope you enjoy and understanding in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So in this session I'm creating for the Kotlin data types. Okay, so now let's get starting and create for the Kotlin data types. Okay, so in this the Kotlin data type is the classification of data, which tells the compiler how the programmer intends to use the data. So suppose for in this session I'm use for the ones many more example and create for its completely data types. Okay, so here in this session I'm use for create the numeric string and the booleans etc for the Kotlin data type. So the Kotlin says everything as an object, which means that we can call the member function and the properties on any variable. So the Kotlin is a statically typed language. It means that the data types of every expressions should be known at the compiler time. Okay, so in the Kotlin build, in the data type can be categorized for the number, character, string, boolean, and the array. Okay, so in this session first of all I'm create for the number data type. Okay, so in this session I'm use for the two number data type. First create the integer data type, and the next one I'm create for the floating point data types. Okay, so now I'm going for in the code inside. So first of all I'm type for is the val, okay, and then type for is a, and then clone. So now I'm use for the integer. Okay, and is equal. So now I'm type for in this value. So then I'm again type for is the val for p, and type for clone, and now I'm use for the plot. Okay, the plotting point of variable indicates for is the 100.00. Okay, so now I'm going for in this the next session. So I'm print a function uses. So first of all I'm type is a print, and then here I'm insert from is the double quotation inside is the integer value is in the type for plus for a. Okay, and now in this code for copy and paste for the next line, and suppose I is a changes for the plotting point. Okay, plotting point value is B. Okay, so now save this code and then going for in this run button press. Okay, so here is opening and building point is the function. So perfectly printed for this output. So first the print is the integer value and second print is the plotting point value. Okay, so this is the output. So next I'm going for create for is the character data type. So in this the character data type is the use to store a single character and they are represented by the type of the character keyword. Our character value must be surrounded for the single words like A or 1. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside. So first of all, I'm remove for this code and type for is a val, and here I'm use for the letter. Okay, it's a letter clone for use the character type, the character, and then I'm going for next line and just type for the letter. Okay, and now letter use for the single quotation inside type for A. Okay, so now I'm remove for in this the extra print line and then first here inside input for the letter. Okay, first time type the underscore and then type for is the letter. Okay, so now save this code and run this Kotlin program and it will be multi generated. Okay, so now and then press for in this enter. Okay, so as you can see print for the letter for A. Okay, this is the output for the character data type. So next time going for is the Kotlin for string data type print. So use for in this the string for available in the Kotlin is the escape string. Okay, so now I'm simply created for here and then now remove this. So first of all I'm type for is the val for the yes. Okay, scrap string. In this string and then type for the space clone and here I'm type for is the string for the Kotlin. Okay, so now is equal the double quotation inside I'm create for the I. Okay, I'm a string. Okay, so now complete this code and then I'm going for in this print function and here I'm just simply print for the stop string. Okay, so now the simple code created and save this code and just going for in this run button press. Okay, so here in this code for compiling okay, so and the print for so okay perfectly printed. So as you can see the result is printed for this result for I am a string. Okay, so here in this code indicate for the Kotlin for the string data type. Okay, so now I'm going for the most important for the Boolean data type. Okay, so it's a Boolean is a very simple like other programming language. So we have only two values for the Booleans data for either true or false. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside. So first of all I'm type is the var for A and then clone and type for the Boolean value is equal simpler type for the true. Okay, is defining a variable with a true value. So next one I'm type for again a val for B and then clone. So now type for is the Boolean value is equal for false. Okay, so in this line is defining a variable with a false value. So now I'm going for in this print section and just print for the boolean value. So first of all, I'm type is the double quotation, and here the type is the value variable. Okay, and then a variable for a, and here I'm use for the plus sign for a. Okay, so now this code I'm copy, and then going for the next line, and then I'm type for here is the b. Okay, so this is this one for b. So now in this code I'm completed code for the boolean and the type. So now save this code and just going for in this the run button, and here in this Kotlin program above it will generate the following in this output. The perfectly printed for the output is the first is the print for the value of variables are true, and second of variable is a b false. Okay, so this is the output. So last one I type and create for the Kotlin for the array data type. Okay, so is the Kotlin array are collections of homogeneous data, and arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variables. So instead of declaring separate variables for each value. Okay, so now I'm create for is the array function, the array function for the data type created. So now I'm going for here and remove for in this output. So first of all I'm type is the val, and here I'm type for the numbers. Okay, and to create the clone. So first of all I'm type is the integer array. Okay, in this Kotlin. So now paste, and here the equal I'm use for the integer array of now I'm create for is the sum variable. Okay, the sum value inserted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so here insert for the sum value, and then going for in this the print function. So first of all a type is the double quotation, and in this double quotation inside I'm type for is the value at third position. Okay, so now I'm call for the value is the numbers. Okay, is the numbers, and here I'm insert the indicate if the index for 2. Okay, so now this code completed, and then going for in this run button press. Okay, so here in this the code for Kotlin program, it will generate it for this input function. So this is the output for the value at the third position for is the 3. Okay, this is the output. So finally I'm completed for in this Kotlin data types, and here I'm used for the numbers, character type, string type, boolean type, and last one create for the array type, array data types. Okay, so I hope you understanding for in this session, and you must practice for the ones more programming code. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So in this session I'm creating for the power of modular code. So now I'm creating for the Kotlin programming for the functions. So now starting for the basic and exploring for the advanced feature, and mastering for the modern syntax use create for the Kotlin functions. Okay, so now in this session for the functions are building blocks of any program, allowing us to organize, and the modular is code, and let's start by understanding the basic function in Kotlin. Okay, so first of all I'm defining a basic function. So I'm going for here, and first of all type is main function inside. So first of all I'm type is a fun, and create for is a grade. Okay, and then also create for the name, and then type for is a string. Okay, and now it's outside create the clone, and again type for the string, and create the curly braces, and now I'm use for the return their value for is string the hello. okay, and create for the $, for is the name, okay. So now I'm going for the next line, and here I'm use, okay. So in this I'm just copy, and in this top I'm create for in this code, okay. So now here, and press F for the output in this code. So I'm going for the main program inside and calling for the functions. So first of all, I'm create the value and type is the greeting, okay, the greeting function, and create is equal, so now type a greet, and in this inside I'm create first the Kotlin, okay, Kotlin program, and then I'm use for the print line. This inside I'm call for greeting function, okay. So now this code, so here in this program, and in this example, now I'll find a basic function for a greet that takes a name, a parameter, and return a greeting. So now we then is call this function from the main function. So now run this code and show for the outputs, okay. So in the building function is starting, we can finish already. So the output is green for the hello Kotlin, okay. So this is the output. So now I'm create for the functions parameter and return based value, okay. So the function in the Kotlin can have the parameters and return time. So let's explore for the different types of the parameter and the return values, okay. So here, first of all, I'm create for the function with the multiple parameters and return type, okay. So now I'm going for here. So first of all, I'm type for the edge numbers, okay. And in this inside, first of all, I'm create for the a, and clone is also type is the integer type, okay. And now also type for is b, and then clone, and b is the integer type value printed, okay. So now here is not a string, is the integer type, okay. So now I'm going for in this code inside. So first of all, I'm type is the a, and then type for the addition for b. So I'm going for in the main code inside, and here I'm use for the, so first time is the value is a sum result a print, so it's equal. So now I'm use for the add a numbers function, and then inside for the value is 5 and 10, okay. So now I'm going for in this the printf function inside, and the print for the output. So first of all, create the double quotation, and the type is a sum, and create clone, and then type $, and also type for the sum, okay. Call for the sum function. So now in this code are completed, and here I'm used and define a function for the add number, so that takes two parameters and return their sum. So we then call them this function, and the main functions create, so save this code and just going for and run for the outputs, okay. And in this it shows the outputs here. So starting for the billing processing is completed, so this is the output is print for the sum is 15, okay. So is it correct? So now I'm also created for the extension, the pi is the function. So the Kotlin allow you to extend the existing classes with the extension function and adding more new functionality, okay. So let's explore how to create for the extension of functions, okay. So now going for here, and then first of all use for this now remove, okay. So in this station, first of all type is the integer dot use for the is event, okay. and create the parenthesis, and also type is a clone, and then I'm used for the boolean value, okay, the boolean Kotlin, and opening for the curly braces. And in this inside, here use for the return this function, then type is module for 2 and is equal to z, okay, is the condition. Now I'm going for in this the main function inside, so here I'm type for the value for the numbers, okay, is the number equal 14, okay, and then I'm also type for the is the value for val, and now I'm use for is the event is event is equal, so type create the number dot the is event function, okay. So then I'm going for the print line, and in this inside, so first of all I'm type for the dollar sign and create for the number is event is the questions, and now I'm also type the dollar sign and call for the is event functions, okay. So now this code created completely, and in this example just create an extension function and use the is event function for the integer type and allowing us to take if a number is even. So we then use an extension function in the main function, okay. So now save this code and show for the outputs, okay. So is the starting for the process, and perfectly show for the output is the 10 is even, is the true the result, okay. So now in this session I'm completed for the is kit for the Kotlin function, and now is already covered for is all step and create firstly the basic for the functions and the explores parameters and return tag, and then also created and experimented for with the extension function, okay. So now it's created for the perfectly the high order functions. So now you are equipped to write the modular and efficient code in Kotlin, okay. So I hope you enjoy in this session and completed for in this all code practice. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So in this session I'm creating for the Kotlin inheritance is the building hierarchical image style. So in this session I'm creating for the inheritance in Kotlin and understanding how to create and extend classes for the leverage and the superclasses and the subclasses. So now let's get started. So the inheritance is a powerful feature in object-oriented programming and allow the creation of new classes so that are modified version of existing classes, okay. So now let's get started. So first of all just here in this the inheritance is the use for the members of other class is first of all, a class which inherited the member of the other class is known as the subclass, is a derived class or child class, and the class whose members are being inherited is known as the superclass for the base class or parent class, okay. So the inheritance is one of the key features of object-oriented programming, which allow the user to create a new class from an existing class, okay. So the inheritance, we can inherit all features from the base class and can have the additional feature of its own as well, okay. So now first of all I'm creating a simple inheritance class, okay. So first of all I'm going for in this code inside, and here create for the open class, okay. Open class for ABC, okay, and I create the curly braces. So in this inside, first of all type is a fun, for suppose is ink. Okay, and create the parentheses and also create the curly braces. So now here in this insert I'm used for the print function, and the print function insert I'm create for the message is hey thinking. Okay, so now it's created for thinking. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code is outside. So here first of all is create the curly braces. So here in this the thinking, so now in this session I'm create for the class for suppose is BCT. Okay, and create the clone and again type for the ABC, then type for the parentheses and create the curly braces. Okay, so now here is declare for the another here inheritance for happened using the default constructor. Okay, so now I'm going for into the main code inside and here and just type for the variable for a equal declare for is the BCD and create the parentheses. Okay, so now I'm going for here and just type for a dot ink. Okay, and then create the parentheses. Okay, so now here in this session I'm just declare for the inheritance with the default constructor. Okay, so now just save this code and going for in this run option. Okay, so it's starting for the all program is built in, it's compiling for the Kotlin is completed. Okay, so for the output on the screen. Okay, so here is printed for the hey I'm thinking. So this is the output. So it's great for the simple inheritance. So now I'm create for is the overrating method. Okay, so now what if we want to overrate the thing method in the child class? Then we need to consider. So now I'm create the following example and where we are creating for the two classes and override of is a function into the child class. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside. So first of all previous example just declare for the class is the BCD inside create for the default constructor. Okay, so now here I'm just type for is created for the ABC and in this insert I'm just type for is the override. Okay, is the override method, then type for is fun and also type is the think and create for the parentheses and also create the curly braces. So now here I'm just print a function, print line function uses and the inside created suppose for I am from child. Okay, so now it's created and then going for here I'm just use for the override for fun think method. Okay, so now I'm going for in this main code inside and just declare for is the variable for a BCD for a dot pink. Okay, so now just save this code and just going for in this the run option and show for the output. Okay, so now I'm here use create for the overriding methods use. Okay, so it's perfectly sure for the output is I'm from child. Okay, so this is the output for overriding method. Okay, so I'm here is also use for the override keyword. Okay, so we can also can use the override keyword as a part of the property the declaration in a primary constructor. Okay, so in this session an example I'm use of the primary constructor to override is the count property. Okay, so which will take the default values as suppose. So use the 400 in case you do not pass any values to the constructor. Okay, so first of all I'm going for here in this code inside and then top and I'm use create for some code. Okay, so in this term, open close inside, I'm type for the ABC, and here I'm declare for the open value is a count, then is type for the integer type printed for is equal 0. Okay, so now I'm going for here in this print fun thing inside, and here I'm use for the BCG, and now here I'm just override for the value is the count. Okay, so now I'm create here the parentheses, and suppose first of all I'm use for the override function, and also type for the value, and use for the count for integer is equal use for the 400, and then in the same as for the ABC function ABC, and inside printed for from child. Okay, so now I am also create for the display count function. Okay, so first of all I'm type is a fun, and then type is the display count. Okay, display count created, and then type for parentheses, and also type the curly braces. So first of all here inside print a line inserted, and in this inside I'm just a message create for the count value is, and now use for the $sign and create for the count function. So now this code created completely, and then going for in this main function inside, and here already declare for the variable a for BCD, and inside declare for the 200. Okay, so then I'm again type for is the var for b is equal, so now I'm use for the BCD function. Okay, write the parentheses, and then I'm also declare, so just I'm thinking just remove, and here use for the display count, and again type for b dot display count function. Okay, so now in this all code and created perfectly. Okay, so now save this code, and just going for in this run button option, and just press in the run. Okay, and here you can see the Kotlin compiling for the starting. Okay, and it's already almost for finishing process completed. Okay, so perfectly sure for the output. First printed is the count value is 200, and the secondly print for the count value is the 400. So this is the output for is the inheritance used for the override keyword. Okay, so perfectly in the journey for the Kotlin inheritance the completed, and now we are explored and creating and extending for your inheritance basic classes, and then you create for the overriding method and override keyword. Okay, so now it's perfectly created, and show for the output on the screen. Okay, so you're now equipped to build your powerful classes or hierarchies in the Kotlin. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the session completely. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So in this session I'm creating for the Kotlin operator creators. Okay, so in this session for the operators is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform the specific the mathematical or the logical manipulations. So the Kotlin is raised in the building of operators that provide the following types of operators. Okay, so in this session I'm created for the arithmetic operators, relational operators, assignment operators, and the logical operators created. Okay, so first of all I'm created is the Kotlin arithmetic operators. Okay, so in this operator are used to perform the basic mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and the division. Okay, so now let's get started. So first of all, I'm going for in this main program inside. So here just type for is the val for x, and is the integer type. Okay, is integer is equal for 40. Okay, then on again type for is the val for y, and then clone it. So is the integer type, and then is the equal for the 20. Okay, so now I'm on the value inserted, and then going for in this print function. Okay, so first of all print line, and here I'm inside for the double quotation for create is the x, for addition y. Okay, and then is equal. So first of all type is the plus sign, and then again type the parenthesis. So here I'm inside for the x addition y. Okay, so now this code completed. So now just copying this code and paste for the next line. Okay, and I'm just change it here. I'm use for the subtraction, and this change for the sign. Okay, it's a simple program. Is a most and modern language for the Java. Okay, and here use the multiplication, and last one type for is the division. Okay, is the module. Okay, so this one. So now complete this code, and now save this code, and just bring a press for in this the enter button. Okay, so now here in this program is a Kotlin program is generated for in this the output. Okay, so perfectly printed for in this output. So first for the x plus by 60 minus 20, and multiplication 2. Okay, so is a multiplication for the 800, and the last one is the division for the 0. Okay, so this is the output for is the assignment of operators. So next one I'm create for is here create the relational operators created. Okay, so in this the relational operators is the most important, and here I'm use for the is equal, is not equal, and less than or equal to create it. Okay, so in this session I'm create for is a different calculation using the Kotlin relational operators. Okay, so now in this input variable I'm use, and I'm just change for in this print function. Okay, so here I'm use first the greater than x greater than y. Okay, and next one I'm type change for this sign is the x is less than y, and this one for less than, and then also use for the is equal. Okay, and then use for the double equal, and then also use for the not equal. Okay, this one is the not equal sign. Okay, so the in last one I'm just remove. Okay, so here I'm use for the relational operators. So now save this code, and just going for this the run button, and calculation for in this the all code program. Okay, so this program are generating, and the following outputs are publicly printed. So it's printed for the x greater than y is true, less than false, and equal is false, and not equal is true. Okay, so this is the output. So next one I'm creative for the Kotlin for is the assignment operators. Okay, so in this assignment operators are used to assign values to a variable. Okay, so now I'm going for in this the program, and here where I use for the assignment operators is equal to sign of values into the variables. Okay, so first of all I'm going for in this the print function. So now it's removed. So suppose I'm type for is the print, and then here I'm used for the double quotation inside create for is x equal, and also type for is the plus sign for x. Okay. So next one I'm again type for is a print, and then double quotation inside type for y is equal. So now I'm use for the plus sign for y. Okay. So now save this code and just going for in this the round option is click. Okay, so here in this the built-in function, so this is the perfectly printed for is the x equal to 40 and the y is equal to 20. Okay, this is the assignment operator. So next one I'm create for the logical operators. Okay, so here I'm use for the and or, so the logical and or not. Okay, the return the and for the return true if the both operators are true, and the logical or function methods indicate for the return true if either of the operators is the true. Okay, and the last one is the logical for the not function indicate the reverse the result, and the return false if the operand is the true. Okay, so now I'm create a further different calculation using for the Kotlin logical operators. So now I'm going for in this function. So now I'm just type for the new code. So first of all, here is a type x is clone the boolean. Okay, for the boolean is true. So next line I'm again type for is the var for y is clone, and also type for is the boolean value is equal false. Okay, so now I'm going for in this print function, and just print for is that first of all I'm type is a double quotation, and then double quotation inside I'm type for x for type the and operator for the y, and is equal, then also type for the plus sign, and inside I'm again type for x and the double n for y. Okay, so this is this code completed. So now I'm just copy this code and paste for the another line. Okay, so here I'm just change so I'm use for the or operator. Okay, so this sign for the change and use for the or operator, and last one I'm use for the not y. Okay, so first of all I'm x remove. Okay, so here I'm use for the not operator, and then it's singly use for the not for y. Okay, is a not y. So completed this code. So now I'm save this code, just going for in this run option, run for the main dot kt function. So just press for in this run button. Okay, so here in this all program are building and generated for the outputs and the perfectly printed for the outputs. So first print is the false, then x or y is the true, and not y is equal true. Okay, this is the output for the logical operators. Okay, so I hope you understanding for in this session and perfectly created for this output, and I hope you show your skill for the result. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So this session I'm creating and exploring for the fascinating world of the Kotlin output. Okay, so you are knowing how to display for the information is fundamental in any programming language, and the Kotlin is no exception. So now let's get started and create for the Kotlin output. Okay, so in this the Kotlin output, and input section is the standard operation are performed to follow by the system from input device and to main memory, and the from main memory to output device. Okay, so in this session I'm create for the Kotlin output. Okay, So it is the Kotlin output operation is performed by using the standard method for the print and the print line function. Okay, so now let's create for the example and see the output. So first of all, I'm going for in this the main function inside, and then type for the message is the print line, and then here I'm type for the double quotation and create for the message for hello world. Okay, so now save this code and just we're going for in the run button press. So just wait for this is the build for in this compiling for this code. Okay, so here show for the output. So as you can see, this is the output for in this code. Okay, so the output for hello world. Okay, so here we use for the only print. Okay, so I just for the print and then type for the double quotation for the message for welcome to my new project. Okay, so now this completed. So now save this code and just going for in this the run button. Okay, so here in this the code for perfectly working, it is not error. Okay, so here this is the output printed for is the welcome to my new project. Okay, so here in this station I'm use for the print line and the only print. Okay, so here in this step print function is that the method is used to print a value provided inside the method. Okay, and in the print line method is used to print a value is the provided inside the method and moves the cursor through the beginning of the next line. Okay, so here use for the add as many print line function. Okay, so as you want, so now I'm create for is the another print line for method. So here first of all I'm type for is the print line, and in this inside I'm type for the double quotation. Okay, so the double quotation inside I'm create for the I am learning Kotlin. Okay, learning Kotlin. Okay, so it's completed, and then I'm another print line method created. So type, and then here inside type for the double quotation, and it's inside create for the it is awesome. Okay, so now again save this code and just going for in this run button press. Okay, so you are just wait. So as you can see, the result are printed. So here is print for the hello world and welcome to my new project, and it's print for the learning Kotlin, and next is the it is awesome. Okay, so this is the output for in this code. Okay, so in this station I'm also used for the mathematical operation. Okay, so now I'm going for in this the main function. So here I'm just remove for in this code. Okay, so just simply type for here the I'm used for the additional operators. So first of all I'm used for the 5 and a 5. Okay, so now save and going for in this here. So now press the enter. So just wait, this code are compiling. Yeah, so perfectly print for the 10. Okay, so here you can use for the once more operator for the subtraction, multiplication, the division operator uses. Okay, so in this station I'm completely used for the mathematical calculation. Okay, so use the basic part and this simply sure for the Kotlin output. Okay, so I hope you understanding for how to show the information is to key step the Kotlin the output process, and in this session almost created for and show for the output for the Kotlin program. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So in this session I'm created for the Kotlin range. Okay, so is the power of progression. So in this session, I'm creating into the Kotlin range and understanding their basic code and exploring the concept of the progression and the mastering in use for the modern syntax. Okay, so first of all, introduction to the range in Kotlin provide calls it going to represent a sequence of values. And let's start by understanding the basic of range. Okay, so first of all, I'm creating basic range code. So now in this code inside, so first of all, type is the value for the number range. Okay, number range is equal. So I'm type for is 1 to 5. Okay, and then here I'm used for the operating through the range. So first of all, type in the for loop create, and in this inside I'm create for the number in for the number range. Okay, as create a color basis. In this inside, I first of all type the print line function and to print for the number. Okay, and then the $sign I use for the number. Okay, so now in this code, use and create a basic range for 1 to 5, and iterate for its value using for the for loops. Okay, so now I'm going for the run button press to show for the output in the screen. Okay, so is the compiling finish? Okay, so this is the output for in this code is the print for the 1 to 5 for is the values using now the follows. Okay, so I'm going at here create for the range progression. So the Kotlin range over a powerful feature called the progression allow you to define instead size for the values within the range. Okay, so now I'm create a first the range with a step size. Okay, so first of all here I'm use for the event numbers. Okay, event numbers, and create here is the 2, 4, 10, and use for the step is 3. Okay, and then here I'm use the iterating for the progression. So I'm now use for the first of all for loop the number in, and here use for the event numbers. Okay, event numbers, and in this insert I'm just print for the event number and call for the number. Okay, so now in this code is created completely, and now here I'm use a create range for the 2 to 14 with a step size up to and resulting in the progression of even numbers. So within is iterate for the progression use the for. Okay, so now I'm print for the this output. Okay, so it's about the starting for process. Okay, so this is the output printed. So the event numbers is printed for the 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so this is the output. So I'm going for here and print for the range of functions. Okay, so the range parent is the Kotlin range come with a useful function and to make your code more expressive. So let's explore some of these function created. Okay, so first of all, I'm taking if a value is with a range. Okay, so first of all I'm here and just type for is the value is the in range. Okay, and then in this insert I'm use for the I is type for in 1 to 10. Okay, and this space. So now I'm use for the range the extension function. Okay, so first of all I'm for loop just remove, and then type for is the val, and now I'm use for the range length. Okay, is the range length, and is equal, create the parenthesis for 1 to 5, and also create for the count, okay, count a function. And now print a function use. So first of all, use the print line, and in this inside create the message for is 5 in the range, okay. And now create for the 1-10, and create for the questions mark, and here I'm use for the $sign for in the range function, okay. So I'm again type for the print line function, and in this inside I'm just type for is the length of a range, okay. And now I'm use for 1 to 5 and create the clone, and call is the create the $sign, and now I'm use for the range length function, okay. So here in this station I'm just check if a value is within range, and use the count function as an extension function to determine the length of a range, okay. So now I'm just print for the output. Since it's starting for in this compiling and already finished, so this is the output. So first step is a 5 in the range 1 to 10 in is a true, and the length of the range of the 5, okay. And this is the output. And now I'm also create for the range with character function. So first of all, here I'm use create a range with characters, okay. So now in this code remove. So first of all, I'm going for here, and then type correct create for character range, okay, character range. Then and here I'm use for the single quotations first type is the A, and type for the E, okay. And now just create for like writing the character range. So suppose so now use for the for loop, and then is inside I'm create character in the character range, okay. So now create and show for the print function created, and in this inside I'm print for the character, and then $sign. So I'm also okay. So here just create character range, and iterate draw is the values using for loops, okay. So now I'm sure for the output in on the screen, okay. So just wait. So here this is the output are printed. Suppose to print A, D, C, D, E, okay. So this is the output. So now in this session I'm completely covered for the Kotlin range, and here cover the basic range progression and create for the event range with the characters, and also create the range function, okay. So now you are equipped to leverage the powers of range in your Kotlin project, okay. So I hope you're understanding in this project, in this session, and create the perfectly and show for your desktop or computer is can create input and then show for out, okay. So I hope you enjoying this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So in this session I am creating for is the most important topic for the Kotlin strings, okay. So now let's get started. So in this Kotlin strings, a data type is used to store a sequence of characters. So strings value must be surrounded for the double quotes or the triple quotes, okay. So we have two kinds of strings available in Kotlin. So one is called for the scripted string, and another is called is the row string, okay. So now I'm going for in this main section and create for the simple is the string variables for
without assigning the value, then you must specify the type while declaring the variable, otherwise it will press and error. Okay, so now I'm going for in this the main code inside. So first of all, I'm type for is the val for name. So here I'm use for the string, okay, the string type. And then first of all, I'm type is the name is equal for the double quotation inside for is the Johan is me. Okay, so next line I'm type for is the print line, and here I'm just print for the name. Okay, so now just to complete for this code and just going for in the run options press. Okay, so here in this all program is generated and show for the output. Okay, so perfectly print for the output is Johan is me. Okay, so this is a simple program. So now I'm going for the next step, create for the string template. Okay, so the string templates are pieces of code that evaluated with its result are interpolated into the string. So there is a template expression starts with a $sign, and it may consist of either a name or expression. Okay, so now first of all I'm going for here, and type was the variable name and a string equal. So suppose in this code I'm just copy, okay, and paste for here string is equal, and then paste for this code, and here I'm print for the name only name. So first of all I'm type is the double quotation is type the name, okay, and then type for the dash and use for the $sign, and last one complete for this quotation. Okay, so now I'm using for the template with the variable name. Okay, so now in this code I'm just copy, okay, and paste for the another line, and here I'm use for the name length. Okay, name length is equal, so now I'm use for here is the curly braces starting, and now closing for the curly braces, and now I'm use for dot is length. Okay, so now I'm using for the template with expressions. So now save this code and just going for in this run option press. Okay, so here in this all program is a code are generated and executed for the output. Okay, the perfectly printed for the name is Johan Smith, and length is the 10. Okay, so this is the output. So now I'm going for the next session, create for the string index. Okay, so the string index can be treated as the sequence of character, or you can see string is a and the array of the character, so you can access its element specifying the in the index of the element using a square brackets. Okay, so now I'm just starting for the 0, so you want to access both elements. Okay, so now I'm going for in this string inside. So first of all I'm going for in the print function, so now this remove. So first of all I'm type is the print line. Okay, and the index type for the name, and here I'm use for the index is 3. Okay, so now I'm again type for is the print function, and inside type for the again name, and index is here 5. Okay, so now this code create for the string index. Okay, so now just press the enter and see for the output. Okay, so here is all codes are generated for in this example. Okay, perfectly printed. So here is the 3 position for 0, 1, 2, 3 position in, and 5 is the 4, space is a 4, and is for the 5 position. Okay, so perfectly printed for the string index. Okay, so this is the output. So now I'm going for in this step is create for the changing case of the string. Okay, so the Kotlin provides for the 2 uppercase and the 2 lowercase function to convert a string into the uppercase and the lowercase relatively. Okay, so now I'm going for here and I'm used for the in the same variable value uses and just print for in this the print section changes. So now I'm type firstly the double quotation and here I'm used for the uppercase. Okay, and then type is a clone. So first of all, here I'm used for the plus sign, and then type for is a name dot for two is uppercase. Okay. Okay, so here use for the two uppercase function use. So now press the parentheses. Okay, so now this code just copy, okay, and paste for the another line. So here I'm just change for now I'm use for the lowercase. Okay, it's the lowercase, and now I'm use for the name dot. So here I'm also use for the two for lowercase function. Okay, so now just paste the enter. Okay, perfectly type for in this input for this code. Okay, so now just save and going for the run button press and show for the output. Okay, so perfectly I'm going for in this print function press. Okay, so here in this function is the building. Okay, so is the compiling for this the Kotlin code. Okay, perfectly printed for the output is the uppercase this Johann Smith, and the lowercase the Joe Smith is the same output. Okay, so now I'm going for in the next step create for the comparing for the two string. Okay, so the Kotlin provides for the compare to function to compare with the two strings. Okay, so this function return for the result something, and if string are equal, otherwise it will return for 1. Okay, so I'm just going for in this the main function inside. So first of all type is the variable and is string on, and type for the clone, and then I'm use for the capital word string. Okay, and is equal for double quotation inside type for is the apple. Okay, and then going for another line type for is a variable if string to clone, again type for the string is equal, so just type for the orange. Okay, so now I'm going for the next line and now I'm print a function use, and inside I'm type first the string 1 dot use for the compare function is the compare to the here I'm type for the string 2. Okay, so now save this code. So here in the station rules, so this function is returned for the 0 for if the string the same value inserted for the result is 0, and otherwise I'm use for the first different value inserted and the result print for is the 1. Okay, so now again save this code and just going for in this the run button press. Okay, so here in this other Kotlin project is the compiling for the and generating show for the output. The perfectly printed for the output is printed. Okay, so here in this output is the minus 14. Okay, so here use for the first name for same. Okay, apple, and now first use the variable string 1 and then string 2. Okay, and the next time use for the print line for string 1 dot compare to string 2. Okay, so now I'm again save this code and just going for in this run button press. Okay, so here in this the codes are built and compiling for this output. Okay, so the perfectly print for the 0. Okay, this is the output. So finally I'm completed for in this session for the Kotlin string. Okay, So I hope you're understanding and declaring and creating for your computer for in this code practice. Okay, so I hope you understanding this session. Okay, so thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another new tutorial. So in this session, I'm completely created for the most important topic for the Kotlin variables. Okay, so now let's get started and create it for is the most interesting topic for is the Kotlin variables. So if the variables are and the important part of any programming. So they are the names you give to computer memory locations and which are used to store values in a computer program, and later you use this name to retrieve the stored value and use them in your program. Okay, so in this the Kotlin variables are created for using either var or val keywords, and them and equals sign is used to assign a value to these created variables. Okay, so in this session, first of all, I'm create a simple syntax to create the two variables and then assign them the different values. Okay, so first of all, I'm type for is the var, and then type is that name is equal. So suppose I'm in a name is the Jara. Okay, early. Okay, and then going for is the again type is the var for age is equal for the 25. Okay, so next line type for is the var is the height. Okay, the height is equal for is the 5.4. Okay, so now save this syntax. Okay, so this is a syntax for in this the two variable. Okay, so now I'm going for in the main program. So here I'm create for is the variable is assigned a value. Later we can access is a value using the name as a function. Okay, so suppose I'm real for in this code, and then first of all type is the main function create is the fun for use the main function. Okay, so now I'm just a type for is the curly braces starting, and then here the closing curly braces. Okay, so now first of all type is the name and the age. Okay, so I'm going for the next step, and the type is the print line, and first of all print is the name. Okay, so next one I'm again use for the print line method, and now I'm print for in the age. Okay, so here in this code are completed. So now I'm save this code and then going for in this the run button. Okay, so just wait. So here in opening for in this the output. Okay, so as you can see the result is perfectly printed. So first of printed the name, secondly printed for is the age. Okay, so here I'm use for the only is the access value. Okay, so next one I'm create for the more example hand where we will access the variable values using the dollar sign. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside. So first of all I'm type for the print section use. So now this remove and type for is the double quotation, and here I'm type is the name. Okay, and then use for the equal, and also type it for is the dollar sign phone name. Okay, so now I'm again going for here and the type for is the double quotation, and then type for is the age is equal, and also type for the dollar sign, and closing for the curly braces is the double quotation. Okay, so now in this code created, so when you run for in this the Kotlin program and it will regenerate for the output. So now save and then going for in this run button press. Okay, so here's opening for the output perfectly. Okay, so the output is perfectly opening, So name equals the Jara Ali, and the age is 25. Okay, this is the output. So in this session, I'm also use this for the display the variables values without using a dollar sign. Okay, so now I'm going for here and then remove for the dollar. Okay, it's closing, and then I'm in this the name is first insert for the plus sign. Okay, so now I'm use for the plus sign, and then here and I'm create for the is a double quotation. So now remove. So here my codes are completely created. Okay, so now I am in this code save and going for in this run button and see for the perfectly working for in this the code output. Okay, so here is opening for the output is perfectly the not error. Okay, so here in the station and completely created for in the variable. Okay, so now use for the Kotlin is the mutable of variables. Okay, so the mutable means the variables can be reassigned to a different value after initialize assignment, and to declare a mutable values we use the var keyword as we have the used in the above example. Okay, so I'm going for here and type for is the another information for this. The first of all, here I'm use for the dollar sign. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside and just remove for this one. So here I'm use for the dollar sign, and it's closing for the double quotation. Okay, so now same as in this process follow. Okay, so here is add a dollar sign, and the last one I'm type for the double quotation. Okay, so now in this code I'm just copy. Okay, and paste for the next line. So now I'm just change it for in this. So first of all here I'm use for the Noha Oli. Okay, and here is on Sunday for the 21. Okay, so now this code I'm just save for this code is the Kotlin program, and then it will generate it. So press F for the enter button. Okay, so here in this error, so because first of all, okay, so is the variable is trouble. So here I'm use for the only for the name and age. Okay, so now save and going for in this run button press. Okay, so here is the executions for the pre-compiled process. Okay, so perfectly printed for in the output. So this is the output. So perfectly print and show for the skin is output. Okay, so this is the output is the first print is the our island, next printed person Lohali. Okay, this is the output for in this code. Okay, so I hope you enjoy in this tutorial and understanding perfectly for the variables. Okay, so I hope you enjoy in the session. So thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial for unlocking the power of the Kotlin when expression. So a comprehensive guide in this session. We will explore the versatile for when expression in Kotlin and understanding its basic giving into the advanced uses for the modern syntax. Okay, so let's get started. So here, the when expression in Kotlin is a powerful tool for the handling the multiple conditions in a concise and expressive manner. So let's start understanding its basic for the when expression. Okay, so now first of all I'm going for in this the main program inside, and then type for is the val for value is day is equal to. Okay, so now I'm going for here and create for the result. Okay, then use now use for the when expression. So first of all in this insert I'm type is the day, and also create, okay, so and then also create for the curly braces, okay. So in this curly braces inside, first of all, create for the 1, and then dash is less than. So first of all, I'm type for is the 7 days name, okay. So first of all, I'm type is the Monday, okay, and is the randomly sequentially created for this input, okay. So I'm going for the next step, and then type for the day is this day, okay. And then I'm going for here, and again just type, so it's a 3, then dash is less than, and I'm used for the Wednesday, okay. So now in this code, just copy and paste for the another line, okay. So I'm just change for the days names, okay. So it's for the 4, then 5 and 6, and next one the 7, okay. So I'm just change it for this day's name, so it's the Thursday, okay. And the next one change for the day is Friday, and again change for is the Saturday. Is the Saturday, and the last one is create for the change the name is a Sunday, okay. So now in the 7 days the name is already created, and then going for, and here I'm type for the is else statement, and then type is the message for invalid day, okay. So now this message created. So in this code outside, so first of all, I'm type is the print line function, and now I'm show for the output is the result method, okay. So now this code is saved, okay. So in this session, first of all, I'm use for the when statement, and to match the valid of case and assign the corresponding day of week, okay. And the else brings the handling many invalid input, okay. So now again save this code and going for the run button, okay. So just wait for in this Kotlin compiling starting, and in this screen show for the output, okay. And the perfectly show the output is the Tuesday, okay. So this is the output and are perfectly printed, okay. So now I'm going for in this the next step, create for the when a statement is completely create. The statement is a simple like a switch statement in Java, okay. So now here I'm use only an expression and a value of the first is a matching for the brands become the value of the overall expression, okay. So now in this section also create for the combine for the when condition, okay. So we can combine for the multiple when condition into a single condition, okay. So now I'm just type for the code, okay. So here in this station just remove this code, okay. And here I'm use for the only 2 days, okay. So now I'm use for the when statement and create for the parentheses, and okay. And now create for the curly braces. So here I'm use for the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now create the dash, and then is greater than. So when I'm use for the print line function, and print for the output is the weekday, okay. So now this code created, and now I'm use for the else statement and create the condition, and now again type for the print line. And in this inside, type for the output is the weekend day. Okay, so now save this code and create it. So here in this code, when run and above Kotlin program, and it will be generating the following output. Okay, so just wait. And in this, all program are building, starting, compiling for in this Kotlin code. Okay, so here the output is perfectly show. So this is the output is the weekday. Okay, so when here I'm use for the combine for when condition. So now I'm going for the next statement. So here I'm use for the expression for in when condition. So the Kotlin for when can use the arbitrary expression instead of constant as a range condition. Okay, so now I'm going for in this code inside of now for, and I'm not use in this code. So first of all, I'm type is the new code for value for x is equal 20. Okay, and then in this code copy, and now again use for in this same code. Okay, so here I'm use for the value name change for x y and last of date. Okay, and is the variable, and now I'm change for the value. So here I'm use the 10, and again change for is the 10. Okay, so now I'm declare for the value and a variable. Okay, and now I'm use for the when expression, and in this inside for the parenthesis inside create the x. Okay, and now I'm create for the curly braces. Since curly braces inside, I'm create for the condition for y, and addition for date. Okay, and then use for dash and list, then is greater than. So now I'm use for the only print function, and in this print function inside I'm create for the condition is y is for plus z is equal x, and again type for the equal for use the dollar sign, and also type for the x. Okay, and then going for next line and type for the else statement. Okay, and now I'm again type for the print function inside created for the message is condition is not satisfied. Okay, so this code created, and now in this code save, and it will for the all code is generating for the following outputs. Okay, so now is the compiling starting for the Kotlin in this code. Okay, so now show for the output. So this is this, and create for the yz plus z is equal x is equal to 20. Okay, this is the output. So here in this session, and I'm completely is a comprehensive guide to demonstrating the Kotlin for when expression. So we had covered for the basic and created for the multiple condition, and also create for the when expression. Okay, so now in this session, I'm completely create for the some advanced feature. Okay, so now you are ready to leverage the full potential of when in your Kotlin project. Okay, so I hope you enjoy in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So in this session, I'm creating for the Kotlin while loop. It's a comprehensive guide for add and explore the versatile while loop in Kotlin. So understanding is basic and divide into the advanced uses and mastering for the modern syntax. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, introduction to the while loop is a fundamental control flow structure that repeats a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. So let's start by understanding its basic. So first of all, I'm creating for the basic while loop. Okay. So now starting, so I'm going for in this that main program inside and just type for the where is found, and now is equal for 1. So now I'm going for next line, and here I'm use for the while condition. Okay, so first of all, I'm type is the count is less than equal for 5, and then use for the curly braces. And first of all, I'm type is the print line function inside created for the count is called the $sign for is the count. Okay, so now I'm going for this session and create for the count is increment. Okay, so now here in this the curly braces completed, and then its outset I'm simply type is the print line, and in this inside this message for type is the loop finished. Okay, so now in this code completed, so in this session, first of all, I'm initialize a variable is the count, and count 1 and use a while loop to print is the value until it's reached for the 5. Okay, and loop is increment this one and count with its iteration. So now save this code and just going for in this run button press. Okay, and starting for in this the compiling Kotlin compiling starting. Okay, and see the output is perfectly printed. For the output is the count 1 to 5 and last line print for the loop finished. Okay, this is the output is basic while loop. So I'm going for create for the do while loop. So in this the Kotlin is also provided for the do while loops and ensuring that the blocks of the code is executed at least once. So this is how we differ from the while loop. Okay, so I'm here in this code uses. So first of all, I'm here use the count and then use for the numbers. Okay, and it's used for the number for 5. Okay, and then I'm going for here, and first of all, I'm create for the is condition. So now this remove. So now use for the do condition inside. So first of all, I'm type is the print align function, and the inside create the condition for the number is clone and call for the $sign create for the numbers. Okay, and here in this the number the decrement. Okay, so now I'm going for the condition outside and create for the for condition, and now I'm use for the number is greater than 0. Okay, so now this code created. So here in this example, use a do while loop and print the value of the number, and the decrement is. Okay, so the loop is continue as long as the number is greater than 0. Okay, so now let's save this code and just going for in this run button and starting for is the Kotlin compiling process. Okay, and show for the output in the compiler. Okay, perfectly print for the output, and this output is decrement. So is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the output. So it is the first time use for the while, and the while is already completed, and last time use for the modern while loop and use it for the ranges. So the Kotlin allow us to leverage a range to create a more modern and expressive while loop. So now explore this feature. Now starting and create for the modern while loop. Okay, so now I'm going for here and just first of all remove for this condition. Okay, and here I'm use only for the countdown. Okay, so the countdown for 5, and now I'm here create for the while statement. Okay, And in this statement, first of all, type is the countdown, and in for 1.5, and create for the curly braces inside type 4 is the again print line function, and now create the curly braces. So first of all, create is the countdown for clone, and also call for is the countdown function. Okay, and this countdown is the decrement. Okay, so now this code is completed, and save this code. Okay, so here I'm use for only the modern while loop with the range for 1 to 5, and for the variable is the countdown. Okay, so it's a constant way to iterate over a range over the value. Okay, now save this code and just press for in this the run option, and is starting for the Kotlin compiling process. Okay, and so for the output is perfectly so here this the output is perfectly okay. So as you can see, this is the output for the countdown. Okay, so I hope you're understanding in the session. So here this session I'm completely guide to create the mastering the Kotlin for the while loop, and also call for the basic explore the do while loop, and also create for the embrace of when is the modern feature with the range. Okay, so you are now equipped to use for the while loop is effectively for your Kotlin project. Okay, so I hope you enjoy in this session. So thank you for watching.